Okay, my build list for the turn is updated, as you can see here. I'm going to buy that transport on Gigastos, that's 410. Making a couple hundred turn basically for every turn I buy one of those transports. So I've got a bit of money left that I could spend. I've got a frigate that I probably want to get over here, so I'm going to upgrade this, and it's pretty expensive, but it's going to have bombs and everything added on it, so let's do that. I may even be able to upgrade some other things which I've been putting off upgrading as well. Let's get that over there then. I've got a rough idea about how many transports I'm going to need. I think I might need 5 transports if I bomb a couple of marines off for definite, I think. I've kind of figured out the maths, but I'll talk more about that when the transports are over here. That scout seems a bit, I don't know. Should I be upgrading scouts? Not sure I should be. I definitely want to upgrade that factory though, so let's do that. What's left? That frigate can come back down here. Gonna want to upgrade that. Well, I could bomb the marines now, but I don't think it's a lot of point because they will regenerate and not ready yet. So that space factory is probably should bring it into here at some point, but I'm not really ready yet, so just keep it there. One was finished over here though. I want to bring this over here. That colony ship's got about 5 turns, something like that. I'm even tempted to buy it actually. How much would it cost? 410. To save a couple of turns doesn't seem that worthwhile really. That scouts, I'm gonna hold off. Right, so I think that is it for the turn. That's that's a transport. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Buy a couple more at least. I'm gonna need more for down there though, a lot more actually. So let's enter. I think that's on permanent transport making for a while. I'm gonna be buying a lot here. Probably gonna need 10 transports to take those down, I think. Oh, I forgot about this for a while as well. I think I got a couple of captured now. Steel, yeah, not going well. I've got to pay for them back. Trade deal with the Clacon finished. So let's renew.
We are listening.
They don't have enough money. So it's 351 they need.
The hive does not
I'm not
covet.
giving you that.
We ask only a fair trade. The hive does
Right,
not
so that's how much he
covet.
wants.
We
Needs
ask only a fair
351,
trade.
wasn't it? So actually, I need a bit more, I think. Let's try 15.
The hive does not covet. We ask only a fair trade. The hive does not covet.
Well,
We ask only a
215, I
fair
guess
trade.
I'll do it. Okay, so propose.
We are rejoiced.
And let's
We
get a
are
trade
listening.
treaty.
The hive does not covet.
Okay,
We are rejoiced. We part ways.
right. 654. I'm tempted to raise my tax rate as well. I wouldn't get that many strikers for doing it, but maybe I'll wait for some morale instead. Right, we bought a transport here last turn. Let's get another one in. I gotta be careful not to do a civil transport by accident. That's 410. Okay, that can go up there. That can go up there. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, let's do the automated movement this turn. Right, I'm really low on money. I gotta take a second to update those. Okay, I looked at the wrong thing before, I think. My colony ship is 4 turns, not 3 turns. So, yeah, I can't afford to buy it now anyway. But, yeah, that's the state of my build list this turn. So, I've got a tiny bit of movement left. Let's move that frigate down to here. So, I've got 8 bombs, which should be enough to kill a couple of marines in a turn, should I need to. What's here? Troop transport, space factory. Right, let's end the turn. Okay. They're moving back and forth for some reason. I remember the transport goods. Okay. Right, I've got various stuff to do there. It's the automated movement, and I'll take a second to update that. Okay, here's the build list for the turn. I bought a transport and key gas again. Null is actually nearly completed in terms of infrastructure now. I could get up the global DNA scanner. That's about the only thing that might be worthwhile. Not yet though. What it's allowing me to do now is invest more into research, so this has gone up a bit. I am going to get a colony ship out in the time being though. Stick a few population points into it since there are more places I can colonize. Sadly it doesn't have a moon for the orbital shipyard of course. There's a frigate which has turned up here, so I need to actually attack that this turn. So, and one thing I've been forgetting is when I always do this is not to actually guard or blockade a planet. The amount of times I forget that. Right, let's attack anyway. So this should be an easy auto resolve. Let's just do that then. Okay, and colony is in the same shape it was before. Right, so I don't have an awful lot of money left, so I'm not going to upgrade that frigate this turn. There's troop transports here. Let's bring those across. There's one there, so I got 3. There's one being made there. I need 5, I think, before I invade. That can wait, and that is it for the turn. Apart from espionage, I've got a couple of guys I need to get back. I keep on forgetting it, so let's try and buy these back.
Welcome, friend.
Okay, this spy would cost 142 credits to get back. This is getting pretty expensive actually, so let's propose.
A deal done.
And there's another one, of course. I couldn't do 2 at the same time for some reason. He wants that less for this one, by the looks of it. Let's figure this out.
How's that, friend?
Right, so I'm just going to do that deal. 50 credits.
A good thing for sure.
Okay.
Bye-bye now.
Right, so that is done. Espionage-wise, I've been trying to figure out who I could go as my second target. I don't want to go the Illyrian because they have security. I'm probably going to go for the Tri-Illyrian eventually, but I'm not going to do it quite yet. I had a look before as well for a non-aggression treaty with the Illyrian. Could be an issue if I go to war with the Sacra and they're not really willing to do it. Not for anything I can afford anyway. Crazy amount of money they want. So, right, we've got a couple of guys back. That's counter, that's counter. Right, so you have to wait until next turn, basically, they're traveling. Okay, let's end the turn. It's not too long away now before there's enough transports to take that and even take Fire Ass, and then we'll be making a decision about going after these guys or not. Mission failed. He was captured. Right, yeah, might have to buy him back then in a second. It's getting too expensive, arguably. Right. I've got a few things here to update. Let's do the automated movement as well. Okay, this is the build list for the turn. I bought a transport on Gigas once again, and I'm making another one on Mulban. It's going to take 4 turns though, sadly. In terms of espionage, I bought back that spy that was captured from the Sacra. I've sent a couple of spies back to infiltrate them. I've got 2 level 3s on counter espionage, so our amount is up to 10%. I don't know how much you need to get to level 2. That wouldn't be a bad idea, trying to achieve that at some point perhaps. There's a tiny bit more movement to do this turn, moving the transports around basically, so let's move that to there, that's, oops, that transport can come over there. How many have I got here? Another 2 there, so 5 I need, I think. That's what we're aiming for. That transport can come up there. That's been bought next turn, so 3 turns is it? Away from it, I think. Civil transport's waiting, out of money. We get the missiles in next turn. Okay. Terrans just keep on moving back and forward there for some reason. They can't make up their mind. Right, he was successful. Excellent. A new spy was recruited. Right, I need to figure that out in a second. We've stolen information on their colonies. Great. I need to buy another troop transport. Let's move the population around here. Right, that colony ship gets done pretty soon. Have I built the research building here? Yes, I have. So yeah, research is a good idea, actually. Okay. What else do I need? I need to do the automated movement. Let's select our attack this turn. Right, so we're gonna have to redesign things. That's a huge upgrade that. So our missiles though. Okay.
Commodore, looking for some.
So who knows, maybe I can get some cruisers up. I was expecting to have them by now, but I haven't needed them, so I haven't really built them yet. Right, so we got that tech. Actually, there's another engine tech there, which may actually be worthwhile, especially since our fins are so far apart. That's really freaking good, as well as a production tech down there. I may even want to stick to this part and not come back over here, you know. There is... well, torpedoes I don't really need if I'm going to have missiles. I think I'll pick... I'm going to need that... no, actually it's that one I need, one which I've already got. If I take the planet. I think I'll pick up those first. But not sure I particularly need to. I'm not sure if I'm coming down there or there at the moment. Gotta decide, but I'll get the torpedoes, I guess. Right, the transport was made here. Let's add in another one. Okay. So that's gonna be 410. Okay. Infiltrate. Right, I'm gonna take a second to update my espionage. Okay, my espionage for the turn's done. I bought another agent. I believe I've got 3 level 3s on counter espionage. That's gone up to a much nicer amount. And I've sent a couple I had back on infiltrating the Sacra again. So yeah, that's how espionage looked. I did my movement as well. The inconsequential movement, moving transports. Well, it is consequential, but yeah, I kind of know what I mean, I guess. And you know what? That civil transport's been around there for ages. Let's buy the hydroponic farm. I guess I probably should do it at some point. So let's buy that, and I'll bring that down next turn. That is the right one now, isn't it? Yeah. So let's put that there as well. Get a bit of extra research. I think I'm going to keep my research on that, but I'm debating whether or not maybe that's a good decision. What I'm going to do though, transports are nearly in. Let's try and bomb a bit. So there's 15 Marines. I want to get this down to 13, I think. They get a 50% bonus, so 50% would take it to 19.5 if it works the way I think it does, which I'm far from sure, to be honest. So 20 Marines, 20 against 19.5. That's the maths I'm thinking here. So let's drop. Keep an eye on those. Right. Down to 13. Probably should have done that last minute because I've destroyed structures and population which I would have wanted, and that could repair before the transports get in. So I don't think that was a great idea actually, really, but hopefully it'll be still 13 in a minute. Let's end a turn. They don't have any shields for me to worry about to attack with bombs. Not all the shields actually prevent. Ooh, that's not good. Not all the shields prevent transports from landed anyway. In fact, most of them don't, I think. So this is the first time that we've had espionage succeed against us. It's on Giga. Spies have sabotaged a structure in one of our colonies. Prospecting utterly destroyed at Gigas 2. So despite me sticking in, well, keeping a few spies back, yeah, that's had an issue. So that was where I'm making my transports. I'm obviously going to want to get that back in, but I have a priority in getting transports out here first. To be honest, I don't really need it there actually then, since I'm buying stuff here anyway at the moment. Yeah, so I should probably move those across actually, in fact. So let's buy that transport, I think, unless, yeah, there's trade deals. That could be an issue. So annual tribute to Terrans run out. Trade treaty with the Terrans, has it been that long already? Let's renew this then. I think they have enough money this time round.
What do you propose? See here, equity is paramount to the gratefully.
Might be good since I need money at the moment. Right, that's the tech he has. There's nothing in it that's I particularly want, so I'm not going to offer anything.
Fare thee well, alien.
Grab a couple of those, which hopefully I'll be stealing shortly. Right, that's been done. Let's do the automated movement. This turn I have enough for a transport, luckily. So let's buy that. Okay. And it's got one done in a couple of turns. Right, that transport's there. How many have I got? 4, I think. I think I need one more. So next turn I think I'm going to attack. Okay, I'm going to take a second out to update this. Okay, this is the build list this turn. I actually completed a colony ship on Thuban this turn, so I'm going to be colonizing with that shortly, or at least moving in the right direction. I've got bits of movement left. Let's use the civil transport finally here. So that's up to 2 population now. Get me a bit more science there. There's that colony ship. So I'm going to colonize that sand system before the Terrans do, they're bound to. Which gives me a border with them in effect, which is worrying, but yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Might bring that frigate up there. I've got a factory coming in. I actually need to build stuff there quickly, sitting on there. Well, we have non-aggression, so maybe not. What else? That troop transport, let's bring you across there. This one has not moved, or has moved this turn. Okay, what's there? That's troop transport, space factory. Okay, that troop transport has moved, sadly. Right, so next turn I attack. There, that's the plan. And that's, you know what? I might as well bring that space factory forward now, I think. Can I? Yeah, I can make a surveillance here, and I think I will. Wouldn't be able to make a military outpost though. The Sakra over here, they've got a ton of transports. I really want to go after that. Sneak in there, blow up the few ships they got and take out all their transports. That would be pretty huge. I think I would have to declare war to destroy the outpost that they're making, but yeah, that's the future plans I'm thinking about. Right, I believe I'm done for the turn. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. Having that will give us a ton of extra population and some pretty good buildings as well. And it's a nice planet. I mean, that's actually basically joint as good as my best planet. So that's going to be nice rewards. Virus Prime, can't actually see it sadly. Positron Physics, we've got that.
Prospectors have sifted away
So
the
I'm
impurities
thinking about putting
of
proton torpedoes on my fighter maybe, but that's about it. I should probably have as many missiles as possible. Not use much else really. Right, and we've got displacement device, which yeah, I don't think I'll be using that. It's kind of a strange use. Yeah, there's not going to be many situations where you're probably going to want that. Blinks. Moves at a small distance, blinking in and out of combat or something it mentions. So, if I went for that, that's going to take 3 turns. We've already got the Dauntless. I don't have that, which I actually might want on one ship, certainly. Yeah, it's a repair thing. So I'm going to go for that, I think, and then probably pick up this. It might be a good idea to pick up this as well, because we get powered armor there, which will certainly help against immersion, but it's probably going to come in a bit too late, sadly. Let's do the automated movement this turn. The marine barracks, and right, so I'm going to take a second to update that. Okay, here's the build list this turn. I bought another transport. That may be the last time I buy one for a while, though I've maybe got enough to take both of these worlds. We'll see though, very shortly actually. I've got a tiny bit of movement left. I'm gonna bring my frigate back up, I think. I should have done that before actually. Is that a movement? Luckily there isn't a pirate there. That could have caught me out though. Fleet. Troop transport on Gigas, let's bring that to there. Is that it? Nope, that scout can't hold there. Right, I think the last move I got to do then is 2 transports there, Space Factory making that there. Right, so we've got 5 transports and my fleet. Let's attack this then. Luckily for me that hasn't gone up, so I didn't mess up. Now I should probably let you know how I'm calculating this. Now the immersion's bonus is 50%. I assume that's added on to the Marines amount, so that would be 19.5. Now if I have used 5 transports, that would defeat it. That's what I'm thinking. There are other bonuses as well though, which I should probably factor in. So if we take a look in the tech tree, almost definitely the Mercians have that at this stage, as do we. So that's an extra 10% rating added to the Marines. So if we both have it, it cancels each other out. There are other ground combat bonuses in here as well. There's powered armor, but that doesn't actually mention how big the bonus is, sadly. There's also another one here, personal shield, that's 20%. And later on in attack tree there are better rifles as well, but this doesn't stack with previous rifles. I believe it replaces it. There's one there and one there. You can see that mentions at the bottom this bonus replaces those from less advanced rifles, which it doesn't say there though. Right, so that's the tech stuff that they could have. I doubt they have either of those based on their current tech, but they could have one of them. Actually, we know they don't have powered armor because it would show up on the planet. So they could have that maybe, but I don't think they do. If we take a look in the blueprints as well, there's something here. It mentions Neutronian laced armor adds bonus points to all ground marine combat strength. So this adds a bonus as well, in theory. At least it says it does here. I believe titanium armor is the same. Now the Mercians might not have either of those, so I should have an advantage on them. And there's, who knows how much these are worth. It could be 5%, it could be 10% bonus to me, it could be 20%. So I think I have a slight advantage, maybe up to about 20%. Well, having said that, my advantage is 20%, their advantage is 50%, so it's 30% advantage in theory. So if you were to add 30% onto that, in effect, that would be 3.9, so 16.9. And yeah, if I have 4 transports, it would only be 16, so they would win in that, if that calculation is correct. Yeah, so I'm going to try 5 transports. To be honest, I might need less than this, but there's no... You can see if I hold the cursor here, there's no tooltips letting you know anything about this system. This is all theory. So, yeah, I need to test it out more, really. I haven't had the time to do it. Let's deploy. Now the problem is, if you use all your transports, or basically every transport you use, you lose it. So I've just lost 5 transports. If I could have defeated them with less transports, and I've wasted money buying them. And yeah, it's very expensive actually if you don't know the correct amount you need. But yeah, 5 is probably the amount I needed. We've taken a planet as well, that was a success. So we now have Sidon, which is pretty much one of the best systems I have, planets I have. Luckily, we picked that up in a stealing of tech at some point. So this, what it does, the Alien Management Center is used to control the alien population of an occupied colony, improving the assimilation rate. So currently, this star symbol denotes that they are unassimilated, which means that they produce less. You can see there the cell output is reduced by half, I think. If we have a look at their structures, farm they have, biospheres, factory, atmospheric renewer. Probably don't need that. I could scrap it, but I might need it later, so I don't think I'll scrap it, but arguably I should. Right, they don't have a huge amount, but they have a nice starting amount. Now let's also check out credits. So, credits from this population, race trait, 20 credits. So it would seem the Gnolam bonus is actually empire-wide and it's not a population bonus. So I'm getting it regardless of whether my population is Mercian or Gnolam or whomever. So that's what I wanted to be the case, and that's great. Okay, so I've got 3 strikes at 10 population, it would seem. I'm gonna need some food, or these guys are gonna starve. In fact, there's not an awful lot I can do about that, actually. So you know what? Just let them starve. Having said that, well, I can't afford that this turn. I was gonna buy it. Let's stick. Alright, I'll leave it like that. Right, so we've taken that. Now, let's get the factory, if I can, down to there. I'm gonna build a military outpost here. My command points went down a lot. 5 transports were lost. I assume I'm going to need another 5 here, and I'm getting them up here now, basically. Yeah, that's done. I could... No, I can't move off because I attacked. Okay, right. Let's end the turn. Right, finally, we took that Mercian planet. It had been a while. Things should go a bit quicker on the invasion front now, hopefully.
Let's put an end to this sad spectacle. It shames us both.
No way.